What is up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, coming at you with Lucky Draws, the show where I take a look whatever deck I feel like and have myself good old fun times. There's a lot of new decks coming out, folks, and one of the decks I wanted to start out with is Raidraptors. Good old Raidraptors, good old birdie boys. They got a bunch of new support that's tying them into Phantom Knights. I did consider, mixing the two archetypes, but I'm probably going to do, Phantom Knights as their own separate video. But for now, we're going to be taking this deck out into EDO Pro. I'm going to be showing off some of the new monsters, swarming out with our birds, searching stuff, making big monsters, and just overall having ourselves a nice, fun time, So let's get ourselves ready and head it on out. Alrighty, our first opponent. We want to try going first without Raidraptors. It's very imperative. I mean, we can go second as well. We have some going second sorts of things, but we're primarily a going first, search the stuff sort of deck. And we got ourselves a decent start. We got Mimicrylanius, Strangolanius, which is the newest dude. You can just summon it if you have a dark monster. He locks you to dark monsters for the turn, but it's fine. We also got our Nest, which lets us search more things. Our Negation. We've got our Rank Up Soul Shade, which is more of a comeback sort of thing. But all in all, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of new decks coming out. I got to make decks for all of them. Not Phantom Beast. Phantom Beasts have Auroradon and all that, and that's cool, but that's not... I already did Mecha Phantom Beast, so what is there? There's Ultimate Athletes, there's Phantom Knights that have new archetypal support. There's some other new archetype coming out. I forget what it's called, but there's a lot of new stuff. What can I say? It's very cool. But part of this, I do have to contend with all the Artegeist players, because all three guys are now, full power again. And that's why I'm packing a lot of spell trap removal today, because I do not want to get Altergoost. That's for sure. All right. So the question is, my friend, what have ye? So we're going to have Raidraptor's Nest. I should not have put it in this column, but I did. It's fine. Even if I get impermanenced, I'm good. I'll just go for other things. Not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and search out another monster. I'm going to go ahead and get Fuzzy Wuzzy Lanius. Good old Fuzzy Wuzzy boy right here. I can summon if I have a Raidraptor. I'm not going to do that just yet. First, I'm going to go for good old-fashioned Ystrix. Good old Ystrix here. Of course, when he's summoned, you get a level 4 Darkwing Beast from the deck. Its effects are all negated, but that's fine. It's fine and dandy. My opponent's got something. But a monster is tributed. Okay, so this doesn't do anything to me. I'm curious as the set card, though. That's the thing that's worrisome. I don't know what it could be. I don't know what sort of... Okay, Effecto Veiler, I see. That's slightly annoying. Ever so slightly. But, I've got Mimicrylanius, so not a big deal. Let's see. I got Heal Eagle, who's only good for Link summoning, so I don't want him. Let's see. Fuzzy. I've already used Strangle Eagle's effect. Shoot. I'm going to have to go with Painlanius on this one. It's going to hurt, literally. But, sometimes that's what you got to do. Oh, wait, no, that's not right at all, Memphis. What are you talking about? Okay. That effect failure hurts me more than I would like to admit. It hurt just a smidge more than I'd like to admit that it hurt. Because I can summon Fuzzy Boy. But I can't... Well, actually... Yeah. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting just a little ahead of myself. Not a problem. So we'll summon Fuzzy, and we'll use Painlanius. I target Fuzzy, I take damage equal to his lowest stat, and then I can summon him as a level 4 monster. He can also become whatever level of the monster that I just summoned, targeted and all that good stuff. But primarily it's going to be level 4 monsters. Yeah, unfortunate that he negated Ystrix. I don't really appreciate the negation of my monsters. And now he's got something else. Are you just like an anti-meta sort of thing where you're trying to negate my stuff? Because while I can appreciate that to a degree, I don't appreciate it right now. So what we're going to go ahead and do, make our 4 Strix, who would normally let us get rank up spells when I use his effect because I've got Wise Strix, but I don't get to do that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and detach Fuzzy Wuzzy Boy, search a Raidraptor, and Fuzzy will search another copy of itself. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get Tribute Lanius. This will get me set up for next turn. And again, that would normally do something, but it doesn't do anything right now. I'm just going to get myself another Fuzzy Lanius. Now, Fuzzy only searches himself, but it's still a nice card. Okay. So now, let's see. I could make Air Raid. Question is, do I really want to do that? Not especially. Let me double check. Yeah, I can pop a card when this is done. I can summon a Revolution Falcon. Okay, why not? I might as well show this off. You know, let's make ourselves a good old Air Raid. You know, I'm going to go ahead and use his effect. I'm going to pop this Halberd dude, and then he'll take some damage. Take damage to its attack on the board. So the question is, do you have something? Okay, aerial recharge. So, oh, okay, this is the thing that gives him tokens. Okay, I remember the trap. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's fine and dandy. Let's just get rid of everything he's got. Let's get rid of the token. We'll get rid of Harlard. This thing destroys itself, if I'm not mistaken, if he has no tokens. Yes, if he has nothing during the end phase, he loses this card. Okay, there you go. All right, bit of a rough start with the Raidraptors. I was about to call them Phantom Beasts, but no. It's all good. You know, we're all good and set up. It's not the strongest board we could have made, but it's a start. Now, if this guy dies, then I get to get out my Revolution Falcon, who is basically just a dude who's all about beating over things. Like, literally, his effect is just to beat over things that are special summoned and just do all the damage. What does this do? If you have a monster in your graveyard that's not a Mecha Phantom base, this card cannot attack. Oh, okay. So he can't attack nothing, basically. He can't attack because he's got that effect veiler in his graveyard. Wow, that's quite the restriction, my lad. My lad, my dude, my Vanishing Lanius. I'm going to give Vanishing Lanius because he gives me additional summons. So let's go ahead and summon out Vanishing Lanius. Use his effect to summon out Tributizing Lanius. Because this guy lets me dump stuff. Oh, you got another effect veiler? You gonna do that to me again? And I feel, you know, Auroradon's a really cool card for Mecha Phantom. I really wish they had like a field spell or any kind of spell that just plain old give them tokens. I feel like that's something they honestly should have had. Just give them the token generator that's not a trap card that self-destructs super easy. I'm just saying, you know. Okay, so now I get to add whatever I bloody want. Difficult decision. I'm gonna get Unbreakable Mind just to have it. Basically, if I exceed summon with this thing on the board, I get to pop stuff. It's pretty cool. And let's go ahead and make ourselves a Strix. I'm gonna set myself a Strix. Put it on the board. 3,000 defense. I get 500 attack and defense for every winged beast other than himself. It's a pretty nifty effect. So let's go ahead, set ourselves up again for later. I'm just going to keep getting Tribute Lanius as long as I feel like getting it. And let's get the new Rank Up Magic's Phantom Force, actually. This is a very interesting card. I can banish materials from my graveyard in order to increase the amount of exceasing I can do. Exceasing? Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. But I'm going to call it a word for today's video. Yeah, basically, you know, this is a rank 6. I can use this. I can make a rank 7, a rank 8, a rank 9. The works. It's pretty amazing. You know, you have to, it takes a bit of graveyard setup for it to, like, work, but when it works, it works. So let's go ahead and put everything in the graveyard we could ever want in the graveyard. I've got my 4 Strixes really big. Let's get Strangelanius. And then another Fuzzy Lanius. This guy's being very patient with me. I'm sure he was like, this guy's just trying to play Mecha Phantom Beast like, I don't know if he's playing it pure or what, but he's just trying to play it, you know? So let's go ahead and banish 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to turn this dude into the ever so unkillable Ultimate Falcon, who is unaffected by all things and can detach material and weaken everything our opponent has. It's a pretty nasty card. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and summon Strangolanius just to have more monster on board. And also to make these guys huge. We should have put these in attack mode, but yeah, no, it's fine. So let's go ahead and attack our opponent with everything we've got. Probably could have had an OTK right there if I hadn't put these in defense mode. But it's fine. You know what? You just get so used to putting this in defense mode. Sometimes you don't put them in attack mode. It's not a big deal. So there's an almost OTK. It's pretty dang going to be close to an OTK, because what Ulti Falcon does, if he actually has material, is during the end phase, if your opponent has no monsters, your opponent will take 1,000 damage. It's a nice thing. If he had monsters, they would all lose 1,000 attack points. If they have nothing, they take damage. It's a pretty nasty effect. Ouch. Oof. Ah. Ee. Ah. Ooh. Well, so much for my board. Well, luckily Ulti Falcon will be fine. He's immune to everything. He is unaffected by all card effects. Granted, I'm losing all my boys. My poor bird, my poor other bird, they're all dead. And he's got something to chain to that. I don't know what, but he's got something to chain to it. Yes, much sadness. Luckily, I have more birds in the hand to continue doing what I like to do. So, he has a face-down monster, but that can't lose attack points. So, this should do, yep, another clean 1,000. I could just sit on Ulti Falcon and let it burn him to death, but I'm not that kind of guy. Okay, he's going to surrender. See, I was going to summon Revolution Falcon and attack with, I don't want to just burn my opponent to death by doing nothing. I was going to attack him and destroy him with all I had. But regardless, there's our first duel. Let's go ahead and say it's that. And yeah, we did most of what we wanted to do, but there's still more we can do. I kind of want to summon Final Fortress Falcon at least once today, so let's go ahead into duel number 2 and continue to show off the new Raidraptor stuff. Alright, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. This time we get to pick going first. Very cool, very cool. It's an alright opening hand. It's not perfect. But I got Vanishing Lanius, which is always good. And I've got Strangle and Fuzzy Wuzzy, so not bad at all. Not bad at all. So let's go ahead. Make old Wise Boy Strix. Good old Wise Boy Strix is going to set us up with another monster. His effects are, of course, negated. But what do you do? Let's see here. I don't want to summon Mimicry Lanius, that's for sure. Because I already have one in the graveyard. Do not need to do the other one. Let's go ahead. And let's see. Yeah, let's get Raider's Wing here. I can get him in the graveyard and have him set up for later. And then we'll go ahead and Mimicry Lanius. Search any Raidraptor card we desire. And I am going to go ahead. Oh, it's a difficult decision because there's so many good cards I could get. Let's get to the negation. Let's get our 1 bit of monster effect and negation. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go for Strangolanius. We'll put him in defense mode. And let's go for Fuzzy Wuzzy Lanius. Put him in defense mode. You know, I was also thinking of putting like some Morgan stuff in this deck to just like turbo out Cyber Dark and Infinity, which is something you could do. I just chose this time not to do that. You know, it's a cool combo you can do, and it's something Blackwing players can abuse the heck out of. Doesn't really work for the Raidraptors. I'm sorry, yeah, it doesn't work for Raidraptors as much because, of course, they lock themselves to darks and into themselves a lot. Let's go ahead and get Tribute Lanius, set ourselves up for later, and keep searching stuff. Let's search all the stuff and all the things. And now I get a rank up, or I can get any spell. Let's see. Let's get Phantom Force just to have it on the board, just in case we need it. Let's see. How many monsters I have in the graveyard? I only have 2 at the moment. Not necessarily great. Let's see. Oh, that's right, I can do that. I forgot about Strangle's other effect. If you have an Xyz on the board, you can summon a Raidraptor from your graveyard. Boom Makachu. That basically that basically means we can just, make another selves a monster. I cannot talk today. I don't know what it is. Let's go ahead and attach material, search out more stuff. And let me think here. What do I want to search now? Let's get Vanishing Lanius. I feel like a good Vanishing of Lanius is a good idea. And yeah, the thing is, I'm locked to the Raidraptors right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end my turn for now. It's a decent start. I've got two big 3,000 booties. I've got a monster effect negation with destruction. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Okay, we're up against Trade in. I see. Trade in. Okay, this is Galaxy Photon, boys. I see. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Okay. I mean, he's basically just trying to summon out, actually, this could be bad if he gets out a Photon Dragon, because this is an anti-Xyz card. So that could be potentially not so good. Let's see here. Galaxy Soldier Boy. Ditch a light monster. I'm going to be like... Oh, it's a difficult decision on that one. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm going to say no to that. Because I don't want him to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and make my monster get some attack points. That's another effect of this trap. If you do negate stuff and you detach a, Phantom Knight, a Raidraptor, or an Xyz Dragon, your Raidraptor Xyz gain attack points. It's very specific that, that whole attack boost effect. But it is sometimes relevant. It is also permanent. So there you go. Photon Sanctuary, you say? I see. The question is, do you have a Photon Dragon? You can't summon this from the grave. No, he's got Soul Flare Dragon. Target a Photon Galaxy, add it to your hand. Okay, interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Now you can bring back a monster. Let me think here. Let me double check something if the game will allow me to actually look at my extra deck for it. 2 split seconds. Okay. Could go for Air Raid whenever I want and pop a card if necessary. Tribute this card, add a Galaxy card. Alright. Interesting. It's kind of a bit of a back and forth. One of us is going to come out on top in this turn. It's going to all depend on what happens this turn, this one. Because if he can set himself up, I'm dead. If he can't, I am pretty set to just annihilate him. So that's a good thing. Let's see here. Galaxy Knight Boy. Target a Galaxy Eyes in the graveyard. Summon it in defense mode. I see. Interesting indeed. Okay, so he's got Galaxy Knight. So he's probably going to make Photon Lord. I probably should have ranked up right there and popped his stuff. Should have popped that there Photon Dragon, that's for sure. Maybe. I mean, more likely than not, it's going to be Photon Lord defense. I can beat over the Photon Lord, though, because I've got this big old Force Strix. So, not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing. Alright, so you're going to make... that Photon Lord? He did. Okay, there it is. Photon Lord negates monster effects. You rat. Okay. No point in doing that. No point at the moment doing that. Galaxy Expedition. Oh, he just made himself level 8. I thought he was tributing himself to add a thing, but no. He's gonna summon another one. Okay, this might be tricksy. There might be a wee bit of tricksy in this one. We'll find out. Photon Prime Boy. Oof. This thing can become huge. Oh yeah, this might be close to an OTK based on my own monsters. Oh boy. This could be bad. Ouch! My most of me. The most of myself. Ouch, indeed. That was very close. If I had the air raid on the board, that would have been an OTK. So I'm glad I didn't use this yet. Okay. I think we're okay. So basically now what I need to do, I need to get rid of this Photon Lord. This doesn't have any other effects, right? He can search a card when I go to attack him, because I'm bigger than his Photon. I don't know why he put this in attack mode, but he did. Yeah, okay. Oh, and he Oh, come on, man. Man, what was this? He realized that... Okay. Here's what was going to go down. My turn. Doesn't matter what we draw into. Attack with Force Tricks. Get rid of Photon Lord. That's step one. Use our rank up spell. Go for air raid. Pop this thing. Use Soul Shave Force. Okay, I might need to actually get one of these in the graveyard first, but Soul Shave Force into Cyber Dragon Infinity, absorb Soul Flare Dragon, and the rest is just icing on the cake. I would have definitely made a comeback here. Don't you doubt it. Okay, don't you bloody doubt it. Okay. I'm going to call that a win because he did surrender, but I would have definitely come back. Don't you doubt it. But let's go ahead into duel number 3. And actually, yeah, go duel 3. Duel 3. Alrighty, third opponent. We'll see what we're up against here. Yeah, I was thinking about showing off one of the replays I had when I was deck testing. But, you know, let's just continue with the live commentary. Maybe I'll show off that replay later. Basically, I was up against an Eldlich guy, and I kind of destroyed him. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of set stuff. Interesting. Luckily, this is why we run Lightning Storm, is just to say, screw you to set cards. You know, if he's playing like Altergeist or I don't know what else. Anything that likes its spell traps. Ah, interesting. He had a lot of stuff that he did not want me to destroy, but I destroyed it anyway. So let's go ahead and Vanishing Lanius. Let's go ahead and get Lanius boy. And then we'll summon Heal Eagle, which is basically, you know, it's mostly for the purposes of links, but you can also banish it to get back a Raidraptor spell trap, which is alright. It's an alright sort of effect. Let's go ahead. Oh, I should have kept that guy on the board. Oh well, not a big problem. Not a big deal. So, yep, good old wise Strix. This is not the problem. This is why... Oh, wait. No, that is a bit of a problem. Okay. You know what? Screw you. You want to Ash Blossom me? I'm just going to attack you. Okay, there you go. I'm just going to attack you with everything we've got here. It's all good in the hood. He's taking more damage than I have. He's got a whole lot of nothing, too. I mean, what has he got in the graveyard? Nothing. What does he have in his hand? Well, that's debatable. That's very debatable. I could make another Wise Strix, but that wouldn't do me any good, because that affects only once per turn. So, we'll have to wait and see what our opponent does. I think he's playing some version of Trap Tricks or Paleo Frogs, something along those lines. Kind of difficult to tell, though. Okay. Let's go ahead into our Vanishing Lanius. And we'll summon that Singing Lanius. What? You're gonna Dynamiscus me? Is that your plan? Is that your wicked evil plan, my friend? We shall see indeed. We shall see indeed how that will work out for you. Because that's the thing about Paleos, they always run Dynamiscus to target banish stuff. Granted, if he does that, he's going to be out of everything except for the Dynamiscus in his graveyard. Yeah, he can do that even if he plays another Dynamiscus. Okay. So my opponent's thinking, you know, for a guy called Sultan of Speed, this guy's actually playing a rather slow-paced sort of deck. What does this do again? Target opponent to top of the deck, send a Fiend type onto it. Fiend type monsters. What is this? It ain't Paleo Frogs. Maybe it's... No. Couldn't be. I'm thinking if this is like a Burning Abyss thing or something. I don't know. He's playing an odd deck, that's for sure. It's an odd deck that I'm very glad that I packed a Lightning Storm for. See, I mostly packed Lightning Storm in case of Altergeist people who, for some reason, we haven't seen yet today, but I will more than likely see in the future. And so, yeah, I'm surprised. You know, it's surprisingly effective against just any deck that relies on its spell traps. Alright, so my opponent's still thinking. I think he might have been, I think he's about to rage quit on me. I'm going to go off on a limb and say my opponent is going to rage and quit. He's thinking real hard on whether he wants to do anything at all. He probably has Dynamiscus and he just does not know whether he should play it or not. So I'm going to skip ahead until this guy does something or he abandons duel. And I'll see you there in a moment. Well, it looks like you just weren't fast enough, Mr. Sultan. Your bar's gone. I'm gone. Alright, you guys, here we are in the fourth duel. With how slow these duels have been today, I've just decided I'm going to show off this replay because it's a bit faster, a bit more back and forth, a bit better. We're up against an Eldlich player who has opened up with a lot of not much, but, you know, we're just going to let this go. So I'm going to show this deck off, give him a commentary. My opponent starts off, of course, with a Pot of the Extravagant. And he's going to go in Foolish Burial for his Eldlich or Black Awakening and set all the spell traps. He get everyone. He's got Haquero, Impermanence, Conquistador, Red Sanguine. Pretty strong opening board from our opponent. So what are we going to do? We're going to start with Lightning Storm, of course, bait out his Sanguine. And so we're just going to nuke his back row and start going for combos. Tribute Lanius, of course, dumping our Mimicry Lanius so that we can get ourselves a Raidraptor nest and play that in order to get ourselves more stuff. Got ourselves a Strangle Lanius and a Singing Lanius. And we're going to go ahead and start off with our Wise Strix. Wise Strix, of course, is going to summon out a Fuzzy Lanius. And, you know, I couldn't do anything else because, you know, misplay there. But it's all good. He's going to summon out a bunch of stuff. But we got Twin Twisters, so it's not a big deal. Also got our Readiness because we're ready. So we're just going to go ahead and stop him from destroying our stuff. And he's going to be able to attack us, but we're going to say no damage, no destruction, not this time, my friend. So he's going to go ahead and get himself a Conquistador. He's got Eldlich. But I'm going to go ahead and pitch my Singing Lanius with Twin Twisters to destroy all that stuff. Of course, he'll just get himself another Conquistador. Not a big problem. And then, of course, more, just all the search. That's, you know, that's Eldlich. End phase searchers. So now it's our turn once again. We'll go ahead and attempt to search again. He'll Conquistador and pop our nest, so no searches, sadly. But we'll just go ahead and summon out our Fuzzy Wuzzy Lanius and go for 4 Strix. 4 Strix will get us our Singing Lanius. And I'll go ahead and double search a Rank Up spell and a Fuzzy Wuzzy Boy. So we're going to go ahead and special summon Singing and Fuzzy Lanius. Going for another Wise Strix so we can fill up the graveyard so that we can use Phantom Knight's Force. And we'll get ourselves a Mimicry Lanius just to have a defensive wall there on the board. So we're going to banish a whole bunch of stuff. And then 4 Strix is going to become Ultimate Falcon, unaffected by all the things. We'll go ahead and weaken our opponent's monsters, do some damage, weaken him a little bit more. Of course, he's going to go ahead and Golden Boy. Sadly, did not have another one of my readinesses ready. And so he's going to be able to beat over our Ultimate Falcon. Sad indeed. And so he's going to just keep searching out them spell traps. He's got himself quite the impressive collection, but we're not out of the, you know, we're not done just yet. So we'll start out with 4 Strix. He's going to go for Haquero. He's going to go ahead and rightly get rid of my Ultimate Falcon, and I'm going to go ahead for Skippy Force. I'm going to skip Force, which he'll negate with his Golden Land Forever. It's fine and dandy. He's going to negate my Force. He's going to negate my stuff. He's going to negate my Rank Up spell. And this is where he's going to go ahead and Ash my Strix. But because it still activates, Wise Strix goes off. And while he will get a Golden Boy, I get another Phantom Knight Force. So we'll Phantom Knight Force again, banishing 2, in order to summon our Revolution Falcon. I'm going to attach a material from him to allow me to attack everything my opponent's got. Search out another card off of Mimicry Lanius, which is my Negator, my Phantom Knight Claw. And I'm just going to beat into everything and do lots of damage, because this costs his monster all their attack points. So now we've got Claw. My opponent's got a whole lot of not much, except for 1 Black Awakening. So he's got his Elden Land, though. And he's going to be paying 800, getting himself another golden boy. But that golden boy don't matter much of anything, because I'm just going to negate with my Phantom Knight's Claw. So he gets a whole lot of nothing. He will get out, of course, his golden boy, but it's not going to be doing him much good, because I've got Skippy Force, which I can banish from the grave to summon back my Force Strix. And this is going to be game here. I'll attack with Falcon, who will reduce my opponent to nothing. And then I'll just beat over everything, but my opponent surrenders right as I'm about to do that. So there you have it. That's what happens when we go full force, a whole hog against Eldlich boys. We just keep on going. It doesn't matter what our opponent searches out. We're just going to keep beating over him until he's got nothing left. So let's go ahead into the end screen times, and we'll talk more about the Raidraptors. Alrighty, the Raidraptor new support, pretty good. I really like them. I know they're locked to, dark monsters and stuff, but in this day and age, they kind of have to be, because otherwise they'd be way too abusable. But I enjoy the new Raidraptors. I like that they are still swarming out quite a bit. I really like the new rank up spell, because it just gives you a whole bunch of utility that rank up spells didn't usually have. It's either go up by 1 or go up by 2 or go up by double. But this one gives you the versatility to go for whatever. So really appreciate that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash like and subscribe for more content if you enjoyed it very much. And I'll be seeing you again next time. Probably going to be playing UAs, because I really want to play them again, because they're a very fun deck. So until next time, your boy Memphis is signing out. Take care. Until next time.